Here we go with Coalition-5 for Operation Chimera. I actually can't tell you if this is a great example of how to do this or not do this. I thought long and hard about how to best get this done. We need to do a ram kill, but we need to do more damage to the enemy than we receive during that ram. And if we want to get the secondary, we want to win and survive. And I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't get the secondary for this. The team lost. I died. But I'm just happy this mission is over. Now, there's a similar mission on the Alliance side, and it was reasonably easy to do, although, I found that a lot of this is just sort of situational based. I think this is a little harder on the Coalition side because you don't really have big, fast tanks. There are a couple of exceptions. The FCM 50T, and if you don't know, the 50T stands for 50 ton, is actually, I think, the best Coalition tank to do this in. But I didn't want to do this in a premium tank and have people say, oh, well, I don't have premium tanks and therefore I can't get this done. So I picked the dumbest tank to do this in, which is the Batchat. And the reason that the Batchat really isn't the right tank to do this in is that the Batchat is a very light tank, and frankly, it's almost always going to take more damage than it gives out when it rams something. And you'll see that in this video. But there is a way to get this done with the Batchat. So first of all, I did something very unnatural with the Batchat. I modified the equipment I have in the Batchat, and I put a spall liner on it. What the spall liner does is it reduces the amount of damage that you're going to take, not only from explosions, but from ramming. Okay. Usually you put this on like super heavy tanks and stuff like that, but it helps with this particular mission. So if you have a spall liner running around, laying around, throw it on your tank. The second thing I did is I retrained one of my crew members and put controlled impact. That effectively has the same impact as a spall liner. It reduces the amount of damage you take, but it also increases the amount of damage you do for ramming. So I did both of those things to this tank. Now you can see I'm just driving around in circles here, and the reason I'm doing this, quite frankly, is because at the very beginning of the match, the first thing you want to do is identify the potential targets for you to ram. Now, when I thought about doing this in the Batchat, I thought, well, really I'm going to ram other Batchats because you should be the same weight, and therefore the damage should be equal, but I should take less damage and do more because of the modifications I made to the tank. Maybe I can do this on artillery, or I can pick out a light tank. So I'm waiting for the light tank to be spotted, which I actually don't know where their light tank is. But I know artillery's in the back, and on this map they sit sort of at like A6, A7, maybe A8. And so I'm just waiting for those to get lit. It's not that I'm not trying to do damage here, but I really want those targets to be identified before I commit to anything. But I wanted to get this 268 out because he made a very critical error there by pushing up, because he really had no support other than that E4 that's in the back, which really didn't help him out. I just got hit by Artie, so I know the Artie is back there. The team is about to lose here, but I'm still confident I can get the mission done. Now, you're going to see two things here. You're going to see, in the first ram kill that I get, you're going to see exactly how not to do this. Okay, and this is, I think, part of the challenging thing about this, is if a tank is too low HP, the likelihood that you're going to receive less damage than you do to them is reduced. Okay? Nice thing the E4 is firing HE there. I see my first target. I shoot him. He's got 99 HP left or something like that. And I hit him, but I receive 120, 130 damage. Okay? So that didn't qualify for the mission. I hit another Artie, and I hit a glancing blow here. I'm actually surprised that did damage, but I only received a very minimal amount of damage and was able to kill him with that glancing blow. So that qualified for the mission. This was a weird one, guys. I can't really explain this one. I will say that I got it done, so I can move on to the next set of missions. But I don't know if this is a great example of how to do it and not to do it, or if this is just how you should be doing it. A couple things, though. I do feel that speed is important because you can modify your tank. Speed is one of the things that you need. You need to watch the terrain, of course, because you don't want to be ramming uphill unless the player is coming down at you. You're going to lose all momentum. You might even get tracked in the process, etc. You should be identifying those targets early. Know who exactly you're going to target when you're doing this, and make sure that you know where they are on the map, and just work that map until you find the right opportunity, or work that side of the map until you find the right opportunity to go in for the ram. And as you saw there with the first arty, avoid the targets that have extremely low HP, like low double digits, for example. Because you may kill them, but you're going to take more damage than you potentially do. In an extreme case, the enemy could have 1 HP. You hit them, you do 2 HP. That does not qualify for the mission, so just be aware of that. I really recommend, if you have the FCM 50T, to do it in that tank, because I think that's the ideal tank to do this in, particularly now that it's buffed. It has a little more armor for you to survive. But I think under the right conditions, you can do this in almost any of the speedy Coalition tanks. Good luck with this one, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.